Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in to LRGA Curves tonight. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that you are able to hear me. Um, I don't know. Just a second. Hello. Can you hear me? I don't know. Thanks for tuning in to LRGA Curves tonight. This is just going to be real quick. I was going to have a guest. I'm not sure if we're still going to be graced with her presence. Miss Tati Vision is supposed to drop in tonight if she can, if she will. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm being heard. I don't feel like I'm being heard. Let me see what's going on. How are you tonight? Thanks for tuning in to LRGA Curves. DT, what's good? So good to see you. I am well. Thank you, DT, for dropping in. This is only going to be like 15 minutes. Great. I'm so glad you can hear me. I'm in a very quiet part of the house. Like I can actually hear myself think right now. That's why I'm like, can you hear me? Like, is this really happening? Do I have a quiet moment? It's so awesome, right? Here I am. Okay. So you know what, DT? I was just gonna do this real quick. How are you? How's everything? How's work? How's school? Yes, yes. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. I was ready this evening. That's you, DT. Thank you for coming by LRGA Curves this evening for my special off the cuff. Toddy Vision was going to drop in. I didn't change that. I don't know. I hope she does drop in. She said she was, but she just got finished doing her thing. So I understand if she doesn't, but I should change that if she's not gonna. Let's see. I'm doing okay. I'm back at work now after study leave. So I'm just working at the same time, like just like you be Jamaican, yeah. You got 5 jobs, yeah. You go to university. That's right. That's a horrible Jamaican accent. I got to brush up. I have a lot of different accents. And they say people that have accents, like that can do different accents, are supposedly singers. Me. I don't know. In my head, I'm a singer. Ask my shower, all right? But I'll bump. Okay. Hopefully Toddy Vision can come on. Yeah. I texted her that we were coming. I dropped her the link earlier. So hopefully she's gonna stop by. So DT, I'm gonna run this reel while I talk. Let's add it to the stream. Ah, you said yes. True, you can sing. Thank you. I used to be in a choir, and they did give me a lot of solos back in the day. When I was young, I was a kid anymore. I was in, but ask my husband. I'd be making up words too. Like I would be like up on the stage, like mouthing words sometimes if it wasn't my turn to solo, and I didn't get to practice that week sometimes. Or if I partied too hard the night before, things happen. All right. Thanks again for tuning in to LRGA Curves tonight for my evening of off the cuff. Now, off the cuff is a literal term. Back in the 1800s, let's pause this. Back in the 1800s, when cuffs were a thing and the men would wear their suits and everything, they would take notes on their cuffs, you guys. Did you know that? They would take notes on their cuffs so that they could have, like, if they didn't have a card to write a number down or whatever, or I don't know, they needed to know the important directions or whatever. I don't know what they was writing on the cuffs, y'all. But off the cuff is a literal term from the 1800s when men used to have cuffs and they needed places to write things. So, but it also is a term for just like off the top, off improv, non-scripted, like, it can go anywhere type of thing. Like, you never know when you're going to need a cuff to write on or what you're going to need to write on a cuff. So anything can happen right now. Anything can happen anytime. But because anything can happen right now is all there is. Bam. You see how I brought it all back around? Okay. LOL, that's true, right? Oh, wow. That's what off the cuff means. Yeah, totally. And I always, I use like old terms, but tonight I looked up exactly what I was going to be putting up here because I've been into the etymology of words lately. Did you know that the etymology of queen, yes, Queen, the etymology of that word, which means like, you know what the frick that means. I know you know. Uh right? Right? The etymology of the word queen, I'll show you right now, you guys. I'll show you right now. I looked at footsteps. Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay, the etymology of queen. Did you guys know this? Because it is Women's History Month. Okay, so shout out to Women's History Month. That's what this first stream was going to be. There we go. Okay, yes. Shout out to Women's History Month. It's March 1st through the 31st, and it is awesome. So that was the first thing we were talking about. I didn't know it was Women's History Month either. I didn't know it was Women's History Month either. It's so interesting. But the etymology of queen. Okay, you guys. I don't know if you can see it because of my blue screen. But oh, there. If I put it in front of my face, then you can see maybe. Anyway, let me read it to you guys. Queen, the origin Germanic, Old English, Quan, Queen, English, Queen, Quean, comes together, you get Queen, Queen. Okay, let's keep it going. Then you could look to see what Queen means. Queen, the etymology, so that means the root of that word, like the origin, the original intention of this word, queen. Queen is a noun or plural noun, queens. An impudent or ill-behaved girl or woman, a prostitute. Right? Oh my goodness. Dude, did you know that? Look, it says it right there. Anyway, all you have to do is Google it. All I did was Google etymology queen. And this is the original root of queen. Impudent woman, ill behaved girl or woman, a prostitute. Google it. Right now, around my license plate, I got a thing and it says queen on it. OMG, you guys. So, yes, we're going to start Women's History Month off with the history of the words used to describe us. Okay. And just a note to self that, you know what? It's interesting because my husband and I were talking about, like, how words, can cast spells, and how that's part of why the etymology of a word is kind of important. Because, like, if you look at just the words that we use in everyday life, everybody knows about good morning. Like, mourning is something you do when somebody dies, and there's not much good about the mourning process, except for that hopefully you get over it one day. You know what I mean? Like, and just like a lot of the things that are just everyday terms. Look at the etymology of it. Queen. Look. You see that? That's crazy, huh? Anyway, so look, DT said, us Tongans contributed the word taboo to English. LOL. Taboo, really? Like, you mean like as in shouldn't be done taboo? Let's look up the etymology of taboo. Taboo. Taboos, Tongan, see apart, forbidden. Yep. 18th century from Tongan taboos, set apart, forbidden, introduced. Introduced into English by Captain Cook. I don't know. Is that true? Captain Cook? I don't know. That sounds like that they giving somebody way too much credit to me. Anyway. Isn't that too much? OMG. Okay, let me get back to this real because it's only like 10 minutes. I'm only going to be on here for 15 more minutes. I promise. I promise. I appreciate you kicking it with me. Let's get back to it. So then I had I just, because, off the cuff, but I like pictures when I talk and when I read sometimes. So, Ukraine, you want to talk about it? We don't have to get all political over here. I think war is dreadful. It's horrible. It's disgusting. And it's something that people do when they feel oppressed. However, I'm not sure that who's starting this whole war thing is feeling oppressed, and that he's just being a bully. I don't know. I don't know. But it seemed like the Ukrainians want peace and like they're not trying to hurt nobody. But I don't know. I don't know. It seems like they a whole own country with their whole own borders in 2022. And you should just leave my shit alone. It could happen. I don't I don't know. I'm not an internationally wise person on history, rivalries, or anything like that. So I am not the one to cast judgment on anything except for what I see and have heard with the news that I've been exposed to. So don't Whoopi Goldberg my ass when I have an opinion because I'm in America and I learned some shit backwards. Because even though we in the greatest country, they be serving us spoon-fed versions of shit that get you fucking caught up when you on TV and you happen to say that racism is about color. Anyway, don't get me started because I don't want to get Whoopi Goldberg. But I do think that it's effed up that the P dude went over there to the. Did you know? Fun factoid, people. That did you know that this dude, the president of Ukraine, was the voice in Paddington Bear the movie? Did you know that? Google it. And there's this video going around of him in a very risque patent leather outfit. Yes, so he's a fun guy. I don't know. He did this speech. They said it was beautiful. He did it in Russian because from what I understand, he's Russian. And he did it in Russian so that the Russians could understand him. And he did it across all that they could hear him from. And he was like, look, we want peace. We don't even want to engage in this at all. You know? Like, so I'm just like, it's, I don't know. Anyway, I don't have to know. That's the moral of the story. So let's move on because I got a couple more minutes. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. Did you guys hear the news that Kanye West and Kim Kardashian are officially divorced? Who's that? My new boyfriend. Who's that? Pete Davidson. Oh, you know what, Pete Davidson, says Kanye West. I'm so mad that you are the boo for my ex Kim. I'm going to re-release my song. Yeah, that Kim Kardashian, who's now again single. I'm going to re-release my song where I decapitate you and I bury you. You guys, that's kind of scary. Yeah, it's from taboo, which means forbidden. It was to distinguish what belonged to common folk and what belonged to royalty. Yes. Oh, that's excellent. Yeah, Captain Cook got too much credit. That's what I'm saying. They even got to your history too. Look, DT, they just go around everywhere, colonizing and changing history, acting like they discovered and introduced some shit to a mother tongue. Anyway, I don't mind. I just follow your lead. I love it. Okay. So, yeah, let's see. Yeah, not really into Russian Ukrainian war at the moment, not after the way they're treating the Africans, right? They got their nerve. Doesn't matter where you are. Your melanin is so much power that they hate it. They just hate it. They just hate it. Be the only brown person someplace. Any type of melanin. Yeah, it isn't like a comedian or actor. Exactly. Pete Davidson. If I was Kanye, I'd just leave him and Kimbaho Kardashian alone. Hello, right? I be singing free at last, free at last. Yeah, some Tongan Indolese Captain Cook. Meanwhile, I thank God every day the Hawaiians killed and ate him, right? They Nate Turner that ass. And that's what they did to that slave. They say Nate Turner. They said when they caught him after he started that rebellion, they was like, oh, we need to eat this nigga. So yeah. So then, yes, Kanye is, I mean, everybody knew it. So like the freaking uh divorce thing the news got released 9 hours ago, and 9 hours ago it's talking about Kanye just dropped re-released the song where he's singing about Skeeting Kim Kardashian's new boyfriend. He's crazy, you guys. In my humble opinion, that is, he's having an episode. Let's see. DT said, the absolute nerve. I got angry when I heard about how Ukraine was treating the Africans, right? And that's part of why, like, I can't even feel like completely all like, oh, poor Ukraine, because I'm like, you really in the middle of some war shit and you got time to be racist still? You know what I mean? And then you turn to the world and you're like, oh, poor us. But you like are actively being racist and not giving a F about your brother man, but wanting the world to give a F about you. You know what I mean? It's like the nerve of that and the nerve of freaking Kanye West. I don't want to keep you too long, DT, since it's you and I. I guess Toddy Vision did not have a chance to come. If she catches this later, she's going to be like, dang, because she was the one that wanted to even talk about Kanye. I told her I don't know nothing about this. And then when I started looking at it, though, I was like, ooh, wooka wooka wookie. Let's seek a galookie. Okay. So he said, and everybody lived happily ever after except Skeet, you know, who. And then it had JK, he's fine. But the above this, I didn't put it because above this was a picture of just a scalp hanging. Yep, good old Kim Kardashian and Kanye West when they were like the power couple and trying to do all that. But you know, this is a valid meme. This is Kim's fourth divorce, and y'all blaming Kanye. It's her fourth one. Oh, I like this one. Oh, let's look right here. It says I'm trying to catch it right in time so you guys can see it with me. There, okay. Remember, Kanye wasn't lying when he said there's 1,000 of yous, but only one of me. Because he keeps getting these Kimmel-likes. He keeps getting these Kimmel-likes. You know what I mean? Yes, DT. I think we can. Can we please blame Kimbaho for this one? LOL. Right? Like, 4 down. How many to go, you guys? Ooh, I love a nice gulp of cold water in my throat. It feels so good. Oh, and this house is just because, you know what, people? Let's stop right here. Bam. You see these houses, you guys? The one thing I like about like Kim, as I grow in my possibility mind, and I feel like, you know, the dreams and the aspirations that I have as a human experiencing this life and kind of the ease of which I want to live it and the symbionts of stress freeness that I can have access to. A lot of those scenarios have to do with like financial freedom to the like overabundance point where like this house right here, for instance, no problem. No problem. Why not? Did you just hear about how Kim Kardashian painted her cars to match the color that she just painted her house so that they could match. And it was like $100,000. That's one of those times where you just say those who can do. You know what I'm saying? You can't even hate on that. Like I can't personally even hate. It feels like excess, it looks like excess, it smells like excess. That's because there is excess for all of us to have access to. You feel what I'm saying? There's nothing that, I mean, well, I did hear she might be a witch or something like that, in my opinion. Allegedly, I heard. But um yeah, we all have access to the same excess. We do. And we don't have to be trifling to get it either, in my opinion. That's what I choose to believe. I'm rolling with it, and you probably can't change my mind. Let's see. DT says, shows the disgusting reality that is capitalism. The filthy rich get away with things, and meanwhile, people go to poor and hungry, the haves and the have nots. That is a reality. Like me personally, if I had it like that house that I just showed, I mean, the support that I would be willing to give because I already had it would be even greater than the position to help people now, which I do right now, like I help too. You know what I mean? And I hate capitalism. And it's part of the world that we live in. And it would make my life easier if I had an abundance of what the currency is for these transactions. Now, hey, I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor, but I hear this crypto thing. I don't know where you are with that. Whoever's watching here on LRGA Curves tonight, thanks for tuning in, by the way. I hope you smash the like button on the way in and smash the subscribe button on the way in. Yes, hit that bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video. But I just wanted to stop on this house and show us that, like, look, we can have this stuff, you guys. The capitalism is an energy that we should have access to without the filth of it. Like, we could be good people and have nice things. You know what I mean? It's not like we have to be as Kimbo Hodashian. You know what I mean? And we don't have to be like Kanye West. You know what I mean? We don't have to act like that, but we can have that. You know what I mean? And then give back to the people that we would give back to, because now we have an excess of that. Now, I don't know what their philanthropy style is over there at the West House. I know she does some other legal stuff, but I don't know just like what type of philanthropy, if any, they do. But me personally, when I get my millions and billions, I'll be like sharing that stuff. Like, you know how Linda Gates used to like just be giving out money and shit. I'll be doing it like that. Yeah. Yeah, we can have it, have nice things for everyone and kind to one another. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's exactly my point. There is enough. There is enough excess for us all to access so that there isn't this. We could all have enough. Like, when you look like in your neighborhoods and they make us drive past like all the homeless shit going on right now because of gentrification, and they have the nerve to like double the rents right after the freaking COVID, when the renters protections are gone and the possibility of you making 3 times the new rent. You guys think about it. Here in California, here, let me just stop this right here. Here in California, they, to rent places, the requirement is like 3 times the rent amount is mandatory in income flow. to the place. So like if your rent's $3,200 a month, you have to be making like 3 times that, you know? And then they arguing about paying people $15 an hour. I need somebody to make that make sense. You know what I mean? Anyway, where did I go? Oh, look, Jin Shaw. I was talking about crooks, huh? Okay, I was talking about in allegedly crooks. Allegedly, she might be a crook because what just was on here was how she is there's he. Okay, is how she Jin Shawshank is there it is. How Jin Shawshank is, remember how she went to court, you guys, from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Jin Shawshank. She was like, I want my trial right now. You're going to give me my trial right now. And had her lawyer motion to have her trial date pushed up. So the judge was like, cool, let's meet in March. And they were supposed to meet like on March, whatever, and 2nd, I think. And freaking Jim was, the lawyer ended up responding, no, we can't show up. We're too busy. But she had just asked for them to she had just asked for them to push it up. And then she's like, oh, I'm too busy. So now supposedly it got pushed back to July 11th. In the meantime, the prosecution they subpoenaed the footage from the production company or whatever to show Jen's lavish lifestyle. And obviously, this is where the people money is going, Your Honor. And so they did a motion to quelch, quelch. That's a nice word. They did a motion to quelch the subpoena, which I guess means shut it down. And translation, quelch, shut it down. So they don't want to show it. And just go here with me for a minute, you guys. Just go here with me for 1 second. You know, I always have to take it there. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Because Nene came out this week and said aloud that she is blacklisted for, just like we've been saying, it seemed like you was blacklisted ever since you said Andy was a racist and they had racist tendencies over in those Bravo streets. And that's something that I've talked about a lot on this station, is how as a viewer, I see that she was most likely right and experiencing that plus a lot more, right? Okay. So she talked about her experience as a melanated goddess. I looked up the etymology, and those words are okay. A melanated goddess. She spoke about her experience and how she was treated, unfairly and discriminated against, and, kind of worked in a different way than her counterparts and paid in different ways. And, even though she was like the highest paid, they did expect a lot of treachery from me. Anyway, she said she went to them and she talked to them about her mental health, and she talked to them about like how she was feeling, the feeling that she was going through. And they didn't do anything about it. And then she was like, you know what? I'm being discriminated against. That's racism. Like, that's crazy. Because I guess they had offered it to somebody else. And I know that since then, they have offered it to other people. So now we find out she's blacklisted. Or should we say whitelisted? Because that's really what happened. They whitelisted the black lady to keep her green low. Hello? So That's what they did. But you know what Jen Shaw did in her response to quelch the motion was she said some shit like, "Oh, Bravo Kate just manicures and curates an illusion of glamour and it's all fake." That's what Jen's response was in writing in court documents. And she's currently filming this season of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. That's what they say. They saw the ladies filming. And she gets to keep on filming and like freaking take the whole fourth wall down. And the melanated goddess can't say her experience without it being an issue. And they refuse to talk about it or address it. So not only are we going to ignore you when you bring it to us, then we're going to ignore you when you bring it to the public. Then we're going to ignore you some more. But at the same time, we're going to positively reinforce and constantly acquiesce to like Jen Shaw's and Erica Jane's and Ramona Singers and it just is too much. Anyway, too much. So yeah, that's Jen Shaw. Let's see. Yeah, the gentrification is causing so much pain. It's like dreadful to look at, right? So freaking dreadful to look at. So much color, vibrancy, and culture is lost for very ordinary, clear people who have so much money but no character. No, and that's why they move there. They move there because that's what they do. They move where it's beautiful. They colonize. It's gentrification. It's just a nice way to say colonization. It's colonization 2.0. How about that? How about that? Start calling things what they are. It's the same thing. They're moving into already occupied neighborhoods and like totally undoing years of culture and heritage so that they can put a fence this way because fences usually go this way. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's dreadful. What'd she say? She's I can't. I'm still a member of the Shaw Squad, but you calling her Jin Shawshank is hilarious. I saw that. I was so angry. Yeah, Team Nene, right? So Love and Marriage Huntsville is back, if you didn't know. I do reviews on that also. That's a show on OWN. Carlos King, who used to produce over on freaking or who's it's called? Used to produce over on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And so he is bringing back Love and Marriage Huntsville. And you know who else got a job again? None other than Monique Samuels. Yes, the same Monique Samuels. Monique Knuckles Samuels, as I like to call her sometimes. Uh, she got another job, y'all, on Love and Marriage DC, headed up by none other than Carlos King again. So kudos on that. I saw also today, speaking of Monique Samuels, Candace Dillard Bassett was spent a half hour today on a beautiful talk on the second day of Women's History Month to talk about women's mental health. Because after she got, assaulted on the show by Monique Knuckles Samuels back then, and all of that ensued afterwards and since, just like she got to talk about like how things are happening and what she's going through now, and it was a really beautiful talk. I was going to play it, but I'm already over the 30 minutes, so I don't have to. And I went to her Instagram, Candace's Instagram, and she had this posted. It said, "Girl, be patient with yourself. You haven't done this before." And that's what I would like to offer all of us in almost closing, is that, we have to just be kind to ourselves. Be patient with ourselves. We haven't done all of this before, you know? Yeah, we've been walking around for X number of decades, for a number of eons, but we don't know everything. It's a new moment and 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 a new moment. You know what I'm saying? So be patient with yourself, girl. You haven't done this before. I like that a lot, you know? Wait, is that the one with the man who had sex with the nurse? Yes. Coleslaw. You heard of coleslaw before? Yes. That is the same show. It's coming back. And they're officially divorced. So we'll see how that goes this time. They were divorced last time and he was still acting a fool. Oh, I wanted to show you guys what we're going through out here in California. You see that? That's a gas station, y'all. You see that? That's a gas station. You see those prices start with fives and then a point, 39. And then that little thing on the side that says 9/10. Hello? 5.39 a gallon, you guys. Didn't Biden just say last night in his State of the Union that he was going to do some shit to make it so the freaking prices weren't
the battle between democracy
crazy?
and autocracies.
Yeah, he said that shit last
Democracies
night.
are rising to the moment.
This
and
is
the
him
world
saying
is
the
clearly
shit.
choosing the side of peace and security. This is the...
Yeah. Let me see. Ooh, the prices, I thought ours were bad. No way. You have only $1 to $2 of gas prices? I'm on my way. I'm on my way. That is too much, right? Did you see that? $5.39 a gallon. That's crazy. That's too much. But you know what? That's all I was really coming on to talk about. For my off the cuff discussion with LRGA Curves, I really like this background. I'm going to use it again and again and again. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we covered where did we could start from the back. People complain when the price goes up nearly $3. Wow. Yeah, I would too if it went from 1 to 2 to 3. That's a lot. That's a lot. I remember the last time when I was in high school, I could get a gallon of gas for like 75 cents. I was shocked when the gas finally went up to like $1.25. I was like, oh my God, $1.25. Now we $5.39 a gallon, y'all. And it's not even summertime. You know how the prices go up for the summer. Especially now that they lifted all the thingamajiggets and everything everywhere. But you know, they lifted everything. So still be careful though, y'all. Still be careful. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to LRGA Curves tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me, DT. This has been so much fun. I was inspired tonight to go to live by Toddy Vision, who could not be here after all. But I thank her for her wonderful energy and for holding me accountable for my station and my channel. And she's like, we're going live. You're going live. You're going live. I love when you go live. Just do it. And so I love that support. And just like as a human to a human, like we need to do more of that. And while I sit here and talk about Monique Knuckles Samuels, I appreciate her contribution to pop culture and to, like, you know, entertainment, you know. And I appreciate Candace Dillard Bassett's contribution for her entertainment and for her talent of singing and all the things that she brings to the table, you know. And I appreciate like the interaction that I get to have with you guys, you know. And that's what I really, really, really appreciate. I really do. I really do. Okay. Yes, I'm so happy to come and join in with you tonight. Much love and looking forward to the next live. And on that, we will go. Okay. Thanks again for tuning in to LRGA Curves. Smash the buttons on the way out. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.